Brilliance Audio presents Derailed by Leena Lehtolainen, translated by Owen F. Weitzman, performed by Amy Rubinate. Yuta would have preferred to interview the runner one-on-one, but Coach Koskela wouldn't allow it. Then, after all that, they'd canceled and rescheduled several times before meeting. As luck would have it, Vera needed a ride to an event one of his sponsors was hosting in Helsinki, and so Yuta volunteered to drive him. Once they dropped off the photographer in Kisko, Yuta hoped that she and Vera might finally be able to have a private conversation. In the sporting world, attitudes toward Yuta Sarkikoski were mixed. The previous winter, she'd received a hot tip about two promising national-level discus throwers employing fitness-enhancing methods not approved by the anti-doping regime. Rumor had it that not only were they using anabolic steroids, they were also dealing. Yuta had checked and rechecked her facts before selling her exposé to one of the tabloids. Despite not revealing her sources, her article was taken seriously. The discus throwers in question, Eero Salo and Sami Tarava, were subsequently caught by a surprise drug test. Their B samples confirmed the use of banned steroids, and a police raid uncovered a quantity of drugs that indicated an intent to distribute. In addition to being barred from competing, the two athletes were charged with possession of illegal substances and trafficking, though the trafficking indictment was eventually dropped for lack of witnesses. Yuta received more than just praise for her revelations. Promising track and field athletes were few and far between in Finland, and to many, Yuta was a traitor who had cut short two bright careers. The athletes' supporters claimed that everyone was doping. Some just had money for drugs that didn't show up in tests. Those who'd heard about the Vera interview beforehand took it as a sign that his success might be attributed to illegal doping, and his coach's protectiveness did nothing to dispel their doubts. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared in the gloom. A moose? Yuta flinched, and the car made a small swerve. But it was just a person, some fanatic out for a run in the rain. Presumably a kindred spirit of Tony Vera, who claimed that his success was merely a result of hard training. He hadn't missed a single session in years, regardless of what was falling from the sky. Yuta gave the runner as wide a berth as possible, almost pulling into the left shoulder. The glow of a headlight flashed in the rearview mirror. At the top of the next hill was another moose crossing sign. Yuta preferred to drive these kinds of roads in the slipstream of a semi, close enough that a moose couldn't get between her and the truck. Now the road was empty. Another light appeared in Yuta's rearview mirror, flickering through the rain. As it got closer, Yuta could make out a van approaching at incredible speed. It swerved once, but then the driver regained control. Just let them pass, Yuta thought, slowing down to make it as easy as possible for the reckless driver to get by. Only a trace of the solid yellow center line was visible, but the van stayed to the right of it, slowing down behind Yuta's Renault. Bam! The van barely tapped the car, but Yuta nearly lost control. "Oh my God!" she screamed. Tony Vera turned to look back, but he couldn't see anything beyond the dark-colored vehicle riding their tail. Yuta tried to speed up, but the van kept pace. Then it sped up, pulling next to them but not passing. Instead, its right front corner crashed into the left side of the Renault. "What is this maniac doing?" Yuta screamed, and Tony yelled something too, but they couldn't hear each other because the van had hit them again, sending them careening toward the guardrail. Yuta's attempts to brake were in vain. Just before losing consciousness, she saw her blood mixing with the gout spurting from Tony's femoral artery.